power twitch
Yes.
Paris Todd. So Paris Todd, good look at her there. She will serve to start this. Let's play pickleball. And right off the bat, the two-hander is the factor, and Catherine chose to stay back, Leia.
Yes, so I think this might be something she's going to kind of do a hybrid of, much like Anna Leigh. You have to choose your moments to go in against Paris. If you're just going to go in on will, then she will slice and dice you up.
Little deep on the serve, so...
Zero, one. Side out.
Big serve from Parento there.
I like that.
I did too. That's like, okay, she got herself a great ball to attack, went to the forehand wing of Todd. That looked like a perfect point construction except for the tape.
1-0.
We got Don Stanley in the elevated chair for this one, our head referee.
Point.
And you see Paris Todd going after that serve as well.
Yeah, it's pretty heavy. We can see it from here. It might be hard to see on screen, but Paris Todd gets a bunch of spin with that new
2-0.
carbon fiber paddle.
Yeah, I talked to her about it. She's been getting that thing dialed in. It looks like she's got it there.
Just missed on that one.
Just deep. Yeah, Selkirk, lots of technology coming out, and this one is more in the affordable, air quotes, area for carbon fiber. So
looks like Catherine kind of rushed both of those, both big serves, and she kind of had what she wanted, and she's rushing that third ball.
They're just not set. I think you're exactly right. We talked about split steps, but also just being set and not hitting through a shot like that. Just wide there. Parento did a great job. All the groundies were within a foot of the baseline there.
0-2. Side out.
3 of the same point.
Yeah, you have to think that it's not going to keep happening, but to me, the ball's looking a little close to her. She's rising up and she's rushing, so some of that might be pre-match nerves or match nerves, like beginning of match nerves, but I also think it's a little bit of respect for Paris, knowing that she has to hit a good third. Oh, that's a nice shot.
That's a great job by Parento keeping that down after she was under intense pressure. But yeah, Parento's hit 3 absolute BBs of serves, gotten short forehands, and then her footwork's just been jacked up. Or she at one, it looked like the ball played her, and the other 2, she just ran right through it. Another good serve, this time to the backhand. Yep, just wide. I'm literally staring that down. Don Stanley and D.D. Jackson are the referees, but I would like to say I have the best vantage point of that in the house, staring
you
at
have a good
literally
one on that one.
as do you. So that was
2-0.
properly called. 2-0 for Todd.
Side out.
Just can't get any flow in this match yet.
No, still feeling each other out, and you know, this is a big semifinal.
Huge.
0-2.
And as you mentioned, you know, if you practice with somebody, it's a little weird sometimes at first. That is an unbelievable get by Todd, and then to do something with it.
Yeah, I thought that was a smart shot by Parento. It looked like she didn't execute it as well as she wanted to, and you know, Paris is quick. She got there, but I do like that play.
Point.
Going for the tight, short roller there for Parento. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Three zero.
Oh,
just wicked. And the
good timeout.
Point.
Paddle
Timeout
Tech
receiver.
paddle is on the
4-0.
ground on the other side because that was an obscenely beautiful backhand roller. So it is Paris Todd off and running here in our first women's semifinal. Can she keep it going? We'll see after this. All right, everybody, we are back. Paris
Time in,
Todd off
4-0.
and running.
Point.
And Parento calls
Wow,
time
but
out
they
and
drew
then
up.
misses the return, and we are at 5-0.
5-0.
That's going to go wide as well. Man,
Point.
that was a heavy. Did you see that biting on serve? Man, that was good.
Paris' serve is very heavy. You can see it from up here. Not only is it heavy, it's pretty deep
Yeah.
too. So that's pretty impressive as well. It's the Ryan Sherry serve, as I like to call
6-0.
it.
Give the Share Bear a little love here.
Side out.
All right, Parento finally gets the ball back and just hasn't been able to make a third ball.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a day of slow starts since
0-6.
we've been sitting
Yes.
here.
We've had great finishes, so we'll see if that continues.
Oh, wow.
What did that hit? That
Shut up.
hit. That had to hit. It had to hit
hand
the.
or
That had
body?
to hit the handle. Because it had such a funky result from that. So again, any part of your hand that is
6-0.
holding the paddle is perfectly legal for it to go off that.
Point.
And now Parento, that time didn't even really cover forehand or backhand, just sort of stayed in the middle.
Yeah, it looked like she was kind of caught guessing right there, which is never a good thing to do when you're kind of coming in.
7-0.
And now forehand passes
Point.
are just cleanly blowing past Parento. 8
No second timeout.
0.
8-0.
Just gorgeous combination of shots there. Huge
Point.
serve, great approach in the corner, and then a very difficult volley winner.
Especially with the two hands. She
Yeah.
didn't have much reach on that. And she managed to get a good
9-0.
dunk on it.
9-0 for Todd. 10-0 for
Point.
Todd.
Timeout receiver.
And
10-0.
there's the second timeout, but my goodness,
It's an onslaught.
it is. So sometimes we talk about comebacks that we can make, and we've seen them. And we certainly saw Tyler Loon come roaring back against Ben Johnson, win a game. But this is something different. This just doesn't look good on the other side for Parento right now. Just hasn't been able to get her type of game going, and has not been sharp either. And Todd's hitting some tremendous shots, don't get me wrong. Don't take anything away from her. But can you get some energy in a game that you probably aren't going to win to propel you into game two?
Yeah, I think this is where kind of Catherine needs to start playing for game two. It looks like, to me, she's really not hitting the ball as clean as we've come accustomed to seeing Catherine Parento hit the ball. So keep it simple. Make sure you have your space. Make sure you're looking at the ball while you hit it. I mean, I notice I do that a lot when I'm not playing well. And you just kind of have to go back to basics.
And
Point game
it is
for
a
Kings.
pickle. 11-0 for Todd in game number one. And the focus and the body language from both players would easily tell you who took the game one. It would be that lady right there, Paris Todd. All right, everybody, welcome back. Dave Fleming here with Leah Jansen. It's singles day, and it is all about France. Paris, France here, 11-0. And Parento comes in
I can't overrule that. Can you
misses the first
All right, thank you.
serve
Side out.
of game too, just not the start she wanted. Just all the little things add up, and that's at least. I mean, honestly,
0-0.
she has not hit a fifth ball. I don't think in that first. I don't think she hit a fifth ball.
No, it hasn't really been anything that she can get into the rhythm of.
And that's just beautiful by
Point.
Todd. And when you're not pressured, when you just pickled somebody, meaning if you're not familiar with the term 11-0, how great is
1-0.
it feeling to just strike balls everywhere on the court?
Yeah, I mean, right now she's kind of in her element. She's not really feeling anything too much right now.
Oh,
Side out.
All right.
okay. So we
I
just.
kind of like that reaction out of her.
I love it. So she just said, all right. She was dead on that point, but a miss by Todd. Maybe that's what opened the door.
0-1.
You finally heard from Catherine there. Fight. Come on. Fight.
That's too
And
good.
that is a beautiful ball from Parento. So there we go. She's on the board.
Point.
By a millimeter,
Yes,
too.
yes.
That one really caught the line.
Yes, didn't allow
1-1.
margin, certainly, but didn't need it. Oh, guessed
Side out.
correctly, but didn't just had to punch it.
Yeah, I think, again, on that short volley, I kind of like how Paris is so good from the baseline. You can tell that Catherine is
1-1.
respecting it and trying to hit short volleys, but they're just not clean and staying up too
Yeah.
much for Paris.
That's
Side out.
nice. Nice movement of Todd all around the court from Parento there. So even a lead, 2-1, will make a big difference here.
1-1.
And like I said, I don't think I'm too mentally untough these days. And
Point.
when you beat someone of the caliber of Catherine Parento 11-0, you think, man, is this going to stay happening? It's almost like you pull a Houdini on yourself. So get up in this
2-1.
game. Paris is going to think about it a little bit more. Oh, that's tough.
Side out.
So that's two missed serves here, but she does have.
She does have the lead
1-2.
right here, so let's see if she can do something with it. That's just a tough shot.
Sometimes, no matter
Point.
how much you want to come back, your opponent hits a ball in the left corner, a ball in the right corner, and you're on the dead run. They hit a winner. That's going to happen when you're playing the best players in a semifinal.
For sure.
2-2.
And another beautiful backhand.
Point.
Kisses the line. And it is Todd who is snuck in front 3-2.
3-2.
Just deep on the
Point.
net cord, threw off what was a nice point developing for Parento there.
Yeah, she kind of got a little bit confused almost by that leg cord, and she tried to short hop her
4-2.
approach, which is a really tough shot to hit.
Timeout received for
Missed
5-2.
return. So there has been a little bit of promise, a glimmer of the Parento we know that is available, but
The consistency hasn't been there. It's almost, to me, I feel like Catherine is just pressing a little bit too much. She's trying to get to the line really quickly, which can throw off your return, which we have seen.
There's
and
a
you
look
can see
at-
her and Athena here are having a long discussion. And a lot of it, I just think Catherine is, I don't know if she's respecting Paris too much, but she's a little bit too worried about what Paris is going to do. And she needs to just get in and play her game. Now, one thing is Todd's serve is really tough,
Really
I'm
good.
noticing, and she's kind of bodying her up and hitting it nice and heavy. So Catherine, I don't think her main game plan is to stay back, which is what she's having to do right now.
So that was a pretty intense little conversation right there, if I may say so.
It didn't look too heartwarming there. It looks like Parento's a little bit
5-2.
frustrated.
Okay, so here we go, 5-2. Parento's called timeout. Just wide, so that's a good stab volley by Parento.
Let's go, Catherine.
So 2-5.
2-5.
That's a good point, and she has that. It's just a little bit outstretched.
Yeah, just the first volley just isn't quite clean enough, and again, Todd is making it. Yep, just not finding the center of the paddle to put that added pace and pressure on Paris Todd.
Side out.
So that's something new I'm noticing from Paris is looks like in the off season she's been trying to work on her coming to the net a little bit. Kind of Anna Leigh Waters reminiscence of, she
the progression, yes.
Came in as a banger, and she knows to get to stay at that level and get even better, she needs to develop her volley game. Ooh, that one's good.
That's a great job by Parento. We talked about the drop volleys. First one, second one, okay. Third one, very nice. And it feels like this huge mountain. We saw, a very intense conversation there with her partner, Athena. And
3-5.
it's only a 2-point deficit here, though.
Yeah, no, you can never count anyone out in singles. There you go. Now you got an air.
So we know the value of her game.
Timeout receiver, 4-5.
Now,
good timeout.
So there's a good job by Todd of taking the timeout. But now Parentos, you saw her right there going through. Okay, what do I need to do over there? So Parento's game is rising. Will she be able to keep this going? We'll see after this. All right, we are back. Catherine Parento has found a little momentum, is putting a little more pressure on Paris Todd.
Time in, 4-5.
Can she keep it down? Just one. Ooh, tried the ATP and it came up just short. It's not a word you use too often, but that's exactly what it was. Just didn't quite get to the court.
And I think that's a better volley by Parento. Instead of just trying to take pace off and drop it, she's just trying to get it out in front and cut it now, which to me is a lot smarter.
Honestly, the sound of the ball off Parento's paddle sounds better right now. Like these last few balls that she's put into the Paris Todd forehand, like this is a 180 from about literally 9 minutes ago for Parento.
Yes.
When she called timeout at 2-5 down, it did not look good, and now she has gotten the next 4 points. And look at what pressure does. Now all those beautiful backhands that have been going cross court, she's trying down the line. Those are hitting the guaranteed rate sign. You do not get extra points for that. So there's a mountain that was climbed, and now she is really pressing. 8-5. Wow.
I mean, this is singles.
Todd is timeout.
Timeout receiver,
so she does.
Timeout.
Went to the towel, and then it was like, is this a towel or a timeout? Which T? Todd, towel, timeout. Help us out here. So, okay, we've watched Paris Todd. You talked about it. When you beat a player of the quality of Catherine, 11-zip, you get in your own head. Well, if you're coaching that woman that we see standing there, what are you going to tell her?
I mean, you have to give respect to Parento because she's really risen her level. So, I mean, essentially what I would tell Paris is what shots were working and go back to your combos. It seems like she's deviated away from her comfortable shots, which is telling Parento she's feeling the pressure. Paris was having a lot of success taking her forehand down the line and her backhand cross court, and now she's trying to deviate away from it.
Point.
Oh, and then you get a missed return.
This is why sports are the greatest reality TV. I mean, this match looked
Done.
just done.
9-5.
And now Parento has won 7 points in a row. And now it's kissing off the tape. Now it was a good ball anyway, but this is, I'm not going to say stunning anymore because it happened in the last match with Tyler Ling, but it's just, it's amazing what these athletes are
10-5.
able to do to just find it in their
And I
souls.
don't want to speak too soon, but this
Point games, which is?
I watched Catherine come back from a game in 6-2, and somehow she just found it. Maybe when she gets down, that's when she plays loose. Let's go.
Well, Catherine Parento just rattled off 9 in a row, and we will play 3. We'll be back with Game 3 right after this. Well, folks, welcome to the Guaranteed Rate
I'm in,
PPA
0-0.
Championship, and welcome to the 180 Bowl, because that is what has happened twice. Catherine Parento was in a dire hole and came roaring back to win 9 points in a row after getting
Side out.
run over 11-0.
Yeah, you got to give it to her. This is great mental fortitude right now. And another good short volley. She's finding her
0-0.
touch on those short volleys. And Paris wants to stay at that baseline and move side to side. Girls don't like to move forward. Whoa.
I was turning my head. It's your call.
Yeah, I think that
Really
caught,
close.
skidded away.
Yeah, it looked like it caught and skidded, but again, yeah,
Point.
Paris is playing it good. Again, we have a pretty good view from up here, but if you're not sure, it's got to be in.
Yeah.
1-0.
Tremendous ball by
Point.
Parento off the tape. After playing the Todd backhand exclusively in that point, she comes out ahead. Now we have a confident French-Canadian over there, do we not?
Yeah, I mean, you can tell by the way Catherine moves
2-0.
around during the point. She was hitting those shots with conviction.
Just
Talk
look
about
at that volley.
anticipation. She knew
Point.
where Paris was going with that ball before Paris even hit it. She was sprinting towards down the line.
So Parento playing at Mach 50
3-0.
speed too, ready to serve. Look at that little stab. Couldn't slide to
Side
that,
out.
but it's taking 4 winners on a point from Todd just to get the ball back. So does Todd have an answer? And of course, you're somebody that goes through a routine. Here we see Paris Todd has now been going through a
0-3.
routine where she just turns her back on the court for a second. We'll get into that here in a second after this point. So
Point.
just being ready to play a point at your best, right? Before every one.
Yep, and to be honest, Parento and Anna Lee Waters, and maybe yours truly, might be 3 of the faster players. We
1-3.
We want to play fast, and Paris wants to slow it down. So against someone like Parento and Waters, that's not really too much to their keen, especially when they're winning.
Yep.
Point.
That was a well-struck two-handed backhand on the run to just dip it, and
Very dippy.
Parento tried to drop it, but it's a tough ball to make right there.
2-3.
So Parento gets the first 3 of Game 3. Todd gets the next 2. We will switch at 6. Oh my.
Side out.
And at full stretch, Parento is able to stay in the point and gets a miss.
And here we
Shadows coming out onto the court now too. Does that affect you, Leia?
It's hard, especially when, Paris is definitely playing on a tougher side right now. She might lose
3-2.
the ball off of Parento's paddle.
Yeah, and then it flashes through that little alley of sun.
Yeah.
That was
Just
really
caught.
close. Looks like it just
Point.
skipped off the line inside out. Little slap forehand there, Leia.
Yeah, Parento's taking the ball early
Yes.
to pressure Todd more and take more of Todd's time away on her passing shots.
Yeah, and you don't think a half second matters. Oh my goodness, does it matter?
4-2.
It does, especially against good ball strikers. You don't want to give them time. Just like that.
That's not up. That's double bounce, and
Point.
the
Yeah, I really think how she's taking the ball early, then closing in is taking
Timeout
less time
receiver,
away,
5-2.
giving her more of a step in on that first volley.
So,
Catherine's
Catherine
looking good.
Parento playing fantastic. Will she be able to get to the finish line? We'll see after this. All right, welcome back. Paris Todd has called timeout. And you know,
Time in,
sometimes when you
5-2.
know you're getting the free timeout when you switch side at 6, do you call it? She chooses to.
Point, switch ends.
And Todd just slid and got a little discombobulated there, but my goodness, Catherine Parento's level. If it was a 2 in game 1, it is a 402 here. So we're switching sides. It's 6-2. We talked about maybe the ray of sun and that little slice coming through that court that you can see there. That, if it's a problem now, Catherine owns it because it's completely shade
15
full
seconds.
on the other side. But look at Parento just
I was
standing.
gonna
I mean,
say,
she's
no
ready.
time wasted.
She's ready. Like,
Time in, 6-2.
she is as happy as anyone that we did not go to a full break there. She wants to play ball. Lets that
Point.
go.
I mean, I think that's given to the, like, we had to give Paris some kudos to Catherine just playing bad in the beginning. I think Paris is now feeling
7-2.
pressure, and that's a routine shot, but Catherine is making her hit
Side out.
2 to 3 good shots, and she's feeling it and trying to do too much.
Yeah, because now Catherine's tracking down these balls and she's
2-7.
anticipating. She's seen it, and that's frustrating because you were hitting winners. You won 11-0.
Good lead.
Side out.
And earlier in the match, that ball's curling onto the line. And Parento's ready. Todd's facing the back wall, just getting
7-2.
herself set.
Big
Wow.
serve.
Point.
Big serve. 8-2.
Yeah, Todd's kind of like, in my opinion, falling back a little bit, not stepping into the court as much, and you got to give Parento credit for the pressure.
17 of 19
8-2.
points
Wow.
to Catherine Parento.
That's some good math right there, Dave.
You're welcome. That is a great
Shut up.
ball by Paris Todd there. So watch her stay in and down on that and just thread it. So again, all day, people have come roaring
2-8.
back. Will Todd find the answer, and will that be the catalyst? Wow.
Side out.
I mean, you didn't even have to hit anything.
And she left
She,
before.
an hour. She made dinner reservations and stood on the right side of the court.
8-2.
And Todd, again, pushed it deep. That's another great serve. Great return.
That's
Okay.
Shut out.
pressure by Todd right there. It's the first time we've really seen her make an initiative to get in and pressure Parento, make Parento come up with
Yeah,
goods.
because Parento has not been giving her the shots that makes her comfortable with
2-8.
that. Parento's just said, we are going forward fast, and her ball striking has been perfection since that 5-2 deficit in game number 2.
Oh, see, yeah,
Yep.
that's she
Point.
lost. You can see she really couldn't find
Yeah,
this
this
ball.
is like, it was a very good ball. From my vantage point, that did not kiss the tape either, which
No.
would cause that. And so when you're running through the sun
3-8.
like that, we'll
It
see.
is a factor.
We'll see if that continues, because it's not just what we can see, it's what your height shows you.
Point.
Okay?
And
the
that's good
paddle
timeout
is
for
down
her.
Timeout receiver,
quickly.
4-8.
So it was 8-2, Parento. It is now 8-4. And she's going to take a quick timeout. She's 3 points from Sunday, but those are 3 tough points to get. Welcome back to beautiful sunny
Time in,
Las
4-8.
Vegas. Paris Todd has chipped away a couple here at the Parento lead, and the timeout
That
is
is
perfect.
What Parento was hoping for.
Got exactly what she wanted. Didn't have to hit a
8-4.
ball to get the ball back.
That's why you call you timeouts.
They have no value at home. Great guess by Parento, but Todd is there.
Man.
Side out.
What a point. Look at this.
She guessed it. She's full stretch, and Todd was ready. So great effort by both players, but Todd, brilliant to be able to get that and punch it into the open court.
4-8.
Gosh, you can feel it from here. Both players know this is big.
Tension.
Point.
There's that big diving two-hander. And that just gets Paris ahead in the point immediately.
Yes.
5-8. Yes, ma'am. 5-8.
What a stab by Parento, but Todd is there again. And what was once 8-2 is now 8-6. And here-
Parento knew she was kind of moving the wrong direction. Like we talked about
Yeah.
before, Dave, you got to be stopped
6-8.
completely in balance, no matter where you are on the court.
It's a great serve. Great serve and great
Point.
third, and it is 8-7.
It's game of runs. And I think
7-8.
we can confirm this shadow is a little bit tough for the visibility.
A vast majority of the points have been won on the side Todd is at, and she will not have to leave that side. That's a great patient ball by Parento there,
Had a big moment.
because
Look
that
at
is
her weight.
that is not an easy ball to hit. So 8-7, so she still has the lead. Sometimes mentally that's all you need. You
8-7.
gave up a lead, but and the short volley again gets a big yell from Parento there, and it's 9-7. So 5 in a row from Paris Todd is now stopped. 9-7.
Jordan Renwick, this is your 2-minute warning.
This is a big point right here.
9-7.
Massive.
Jordan Renwick, you have 2
Great
minutes.
deep
Serve.
serve. Inside out cut coming in and lets it go.
Point.
And we are at match point. Todd does have a timeout.
Yes, ma'am,
She's
you do.
asking. She does have
Timeout
one.
receiver, 10-7.
She could have asked me. She, of course, did ask Don Stanley. So Don did have the correct answer there. So Catherine Parento, 8-2 became 8-7, but now it's become 10-7. So when you're trying to serve out a match that you were in deep trouble with, that you lost 11-0, you got to throw all that away. This is where you can call a play in your head. What do you do? If it's 10-7, it's your serve, what are you thinking about?
If it's 10-7 and it's my serve, they're going to have to beat me. So I'm going to come out here. I'm not going to hit my absolute biggest serve, but I'm going to hit my heaviest serve. And I'm going to go to, if I'm playing Paris Todd, her forehand side, because her backhand is just unbelievable. And I'm going to look to get in and pressure her to come up with the goods when she's down match point. But that's just me, and I think Parento's doing the same because she's really been pressuring Todd.
Time in. 10-7.
So here we go, match point for Parento. Did serve to the forehand, did pressure the forehand.
Oh!
And an unbelievable
Great game,
angle,
man.
and it is Catherine Parento loses game one, 11-0, is down 5-2 in game two, and comes all the way back, and she will play on Sunday. Tremendous mental fortitude, and then that is the Catherine Parento level we
You
know
can't-
is there, and it
You
came
can't
out.
counter out. I mean, there's a reason why she's one of the greats of the game, and I think it's a little bit unfair for 2 to 3 bad tournaments for people just to counter out. It's nowadays the level's getting good. This is going to happen.